So today we are gonna do another question, which is let the angle let the angle between two non-zero vectors, um, vector A and vector B, be 120 degrees. Why 120 degrees? I don't know. The guy who made the question wanted it, I guess. And its resultant its resultant is vector C. So the options that we have is C must be equal to the magnitude of A minus B. Um, so the modulus of A minus B, not the magnitude, the modulus of A minus B, which means even if it is a negative number, we are taking it to be positive. Since C is the magnitude, it is going to be positive, and E minus B might be positive or negative, so we add a modulus sign to make it positive always. The second option is C must be less than A minus B. And our third option is C must be greater than A minus B. And finally, our option D is C may be equal to A minus B. So the magnitude, modulus of A minus B. So let me just tell you a few things. The difference between must is that must meaning that it must always be, and may meaning it may be or may not be. So it's not 100%, whereas must is like 100%. So let's just think why. So I think the most easiest way to do this would be by a figure. So if you draw a figure, you'll be pretty sure what is the answer, and the answer is actually gonna be this. So first of all, let's use the first method, which is by figure. First method. Since this is an MCQ, you don't really need to prove it, you just want it to be sure. So since you're trying to build your intuition, so let's just make it so that this is A. Let's make it that this is A. This is A. This is like 4 units, so I will call this 4 later on if I want to. And let's think about it. This is 90 degrees, and 90 degrees to 120 degrees would be like 30 degrees extra, and this is 45 degrees, which means 30 is gonna be somewhere about here. And how did I guess that? I just guessed. So no logic, just I thought that it might be around there, so I guessed it. So if it's approximately 120 degrees, it would still work out fine. So that's why I'm not stressing out over getting the exact angle right. And when you're doing this type of question, you don't need to get it right. You just want to get it approximately right. So we have this, right? And let's make the resultant and see what we get for the resultant. This is gonna be the resultant. Let's make it red in color. And now I'm not sure what to do, so let's think of what can we do. So I think what we can do is we can do some math, right? So just looking at the length, this is approximately 4. I don't know. So approximately 4. I think this is 4, but let's just say this is approximately 4 because I don't know. And this also approximately looks like 4. And this also approximately looks like 4. So I think they all just look like 4. Like, to me, I'm not sure, but they just look like 4. Like, checking out the length, I'm measuring. If you can see my computer screen, I'm actually measuring it by my hand, and they just look like the same length. So if this is approximately 4, this is approximately 4. If you subtracted them, so if you did A minus B, I would expect that you would get, mm, let's think about it. 4 minus 4. I think it's gotta be 0. But do we get 0? I don't think we get 0 because we got a pretty significant length, I would say about 4. So, hmm. So it must be greater than a minus b since we just looked at the figure and there is no other case that which might suggest something else. So c must be less than a minus b, which is not true right now. C must be equal to a minus b, which is not true right now. C may be equal to a minus b is our only contender that might be a little bit suspicious, but we don't know right now, right? So let's think about what we can do now. Okay, so let's look at the second method. Second method. We know the formula of resultant, which is c in this case, is just square root a squared plus b squared plus 2ab cos theta. So theta in this case is going to be 120 degrees and cos 120 degrees is going to be minus 1 half. So let's just write that. So cos 120 degrees is minus 1 half. So let's see what happens. I think you can do the mental math of that in your brain, and I think it gives us minus AB, and actually um, this is actually greater than the magnitude of A minus B. So the question might be why. So why is because you can write A minus B as square root of A minus B whole square. Let's forget about the magnitude thing right now, the modulus thing right now, and just look at A minus B. And you can obviously expand this formula so that you get A squared plus B squared minus 2AB, right? And also you can take this 2AB and make it so that you have AB minus AB, so it will be A squared plus B squared minus AB, which is the thing that we had, and we also subtract another AB. I think white would be a much more brighter color that will show the importance of this minus AB. So as I look at this, it's obvious that it is much less than, not that much less, but it is going to be less than this, right? Just look, there is an extra factor that you have, extra thing that you are going to subtract in A minus B, which is why the second method is like much more mathematical, and there is also a certain charm to this, and I actually also like that one. I like this one. This one, I like this one as well. I love both the methods, so I taught you both the methods. So I think that was a pretty clear video. So if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, subscribing. I never said that before, but let's say it today. So that what is for today. So that what, wait, what the? So that was it for today's video. In the next video, we are gonna do another question. Till then, bye bye.